Okay, Nick, just taking a look at the June unemployment rate. What did we see for Oregon from month to month?
Oregon's unemployment rate was little changed at 3.7%. That's coming off of a record low 3.6% the month before. And Oregon's unemployment rate is lower than the U.S. rate, which was 4.4% in June.
Let's talk about that a little bit here because it's fairly unusual that Oregon is below the U.S. rate, but there's been several months now in a row that Oregon has been lower than the U.S. rate.
Right, traditionally we think of Oregon's unemployment rate as always being above the U.S. unemployment rate, but job growth has been so strong for so long in Oregon that the unemployment rate now is lower than the U.S. rate, and that's pretty rare. We haven't really seen the sustained lower than the U.S. unemployment rate since the 1990s.
So for non-farm payroll employment last month, what did Oregon experience here?
Oregon added a lot of jobs last month. Total non-farm payroll employment grew by 8,500 jobs. That's the most jobs added in 1 month since February of last year.
So when we take a look at this here, this growth rate that you talked about here, can Oregon keep up this torrid pace? Because it's a pretty strong job growth sustained now for a number of months.
Right, Oregon's actually been adding jobs faster than the U.S. since 2013, so there isn't a reason that we shouldn't be able to keep this up. In fact, Oregon's job growth had slowed a little bit earlier in the year and hovered around the 2% over the year job growth range, but it's picked back up this summer, growing to 2.6%.
So what's been really powering this trend here for Oregon? What's been the driver?
Well, job growth has been very broad-based. So, for example, in June, 11 out of 14 major industries added jobs. Leisure and hospitality had the easiest time, adding 2,100 jobs in June, but construction built on another 1,600 jobs, and manufacturing made 1,400 jobs last month.
Another thing pointed out in the unemployment rate release is talking about long-term unemployed and the low number that Oregon has right now. That certainly was a big story during the Great Recession. A lot of long-term unemployed. What does Oregon's picture for the long-term unemployed look like right now?
Well, in addition to the unemployment rate and the strong job growth numbers, other measures of labor market tightness have improved so much recently. And the number of long-term unemployed is an example. It's fallen to just 10,700, which is the lowest on record since comparable records go back to 2002. So long-term unemployed are folks who have been out of work looking for a job for at least 6 months but haven't been able to find one. And 10,000 long-term unemployed sounds like a lot, but following the Great Recession, there are over 100,000 Oregonians who are long-term unemployed. So just a tenth of what it was back then. It's really looking good right now.
So when you look at this overall picture now that we have here in June, what are the major takeaways for you as an economist when you look at this?
Well, we're continuing our strong job growth and low unemployment rate that we've really seen for a number of years now. So it's a continuation of what Oregon has been seeing. What to watch out for during the summer months is the influx of new job seekers. It may take them a little while to find a job, so we may see the unemployment rate go up a little bit during the summer months while those people are looking for work.